He canceled our honeymoon because I wore flats to our wedding. Yesterday was supposed to be the first day of our honeymoon in Greece. Instead, I am sitting in my childhood bedroom, wondering how I missed the signs that my fiancé cared more about my height than my happiness after he left me at the altar when I arrived in ballet flats instead of the 5-inch heels he had required. 2 months ago, Mark proposed after 3 years together. I was ecstatic pert until wedding planning began. Mark is 6'2", I am 5'1", and suddenly my height became his obsession. He insisted I wear the tallest heels possible for every engagement photo, every venue visit, every pre-wedding event. I don't want people thinking I'm marrying a child, he'd joke when I winced in pain. Just practice walking in them more. I practiced until my feet bled. Yuta. After our rehearsal dinner, I removed my stilettos to find blood soaking through my stockings. The wedding was the next day, and I couldn't imagine standing through the ceremony, let alone our first dance. In another pair of torture devices that night, I made the decision. I bought elegant satin ballet flats that matched my dress perfectly. They were still formal, still beautiful parent, just not 5 inches taller. The morning of our wedding, my maid of honor helped me get ready. When I slipped on the flats, she looked concerned. Mark's going to freak, she warned. Remember how he acted at the engagement party? I remembered I'd switched to lower heels halfway through, and he'd refused to take any more photos, claiming I was ruining our aesthetic. If he loves me, he'll understand, I said, trying to convince myself more than her. When I walked down the aisle, Mark's face changed the moment he glanced at my feet. His smile vanished. He looked disgusted. I kept walking, heart pounding, telling myself he would get over it. He didn't. When the minister asked if he would take me as his wife, Mark looked down at my flats one more time and said, "I'm sorry, I can't do this." Then he walked out. 300 guests sat in stunned silence as I stood there, abandoned because I'd chosen comfort on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. Later that night, he texted, "You knew how important this was to me. You deliberately disrespected my wishes on our wedding day. The honeymoon is cancelled. I'll have my brother get my things from the apartment." My father was furious, ready to confront him, but I asked him not to. The truth was sinking in pairt. This wasn't about shoes. This was about control. About a man who cared more about standing next to a socially acceptable height ratio than the woman he claimed to love. This morning his mother called. "He's devastated you would hurt him like this," she said. "He specifically asked for one thing on his wedding day, and you couldn't respect that. And I specifically asked for a husband who would love me exactly as I am." Ripe like we both didn't get what we wanted. The honeymoon suite in Santorini is sitting empty right now. But for the first time in years, so are my shoes, and I can finally feel the ground beneath my feet. Some people want a partner who fits their image. Others want someone who stands by them, no matter how tall. I know which one I deserve.